Hey, good afternoon everyone, it's Tractorman 44 here. Those of you that are not Allis Chalmers fan are probably wondering what this is I got behind me here. Well, it's an answer to a little bit of a prayer I just made the other day when I was using a road grader. I was saying that I wished I could come up with a WD45, a good running WD45 engine. I could like just swap it out, and put on that road grader instead of rebuilding the that engine on that WC. I'd get more horsepower, be a lot quicker, just a few hours versus, several days, and a whole lot less money if I could find another engine reasonably priced. Lo and behold, 2 days later, this pops up on Marketplace, and it was literally 46 miles south of me. So I jumped in a truck this morning, made a bonsai run, 100-mile round trip, and picked up a WD45. Now, I don't know that it's nice running. The gentleman that I got it from said that it had been setting for about a year and a half, that it needed a tune-up, but it ran okay, didn't have any knocks, wasn't real erratic in operation. He said it ran okay, but it's got good rubber. It's got right rear tire that's eat out a little bit and it's going flat, but the tires, I'll get a little bit close on the rear rubber for you, and the tires are actually in really good shape. Even if the motor turns out to be bad, I got my money's worth in the tires, because I've got another tractor that these back tires will go right onto, and also I've got several tractors those front tires will go right onto. So maybe I got a good deal, maybe I didn't, but we're going to find out. So this will be an unboxing video, because I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing off. It's raining a little bit. I got rained on all the way back. It quit about a half hour ago, but I'm going to go ahead, if it doesn't rain right now, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this thing unbuckled and get him off of there. Yeah, this thing's nice, man. It's got a set of wheel weights on it. It's got fluid-filled rears. They're 14.9/28, and they're power spread rims, very similar to that Massey Ferguson 50 that I should have bought a month or two ago when I was down at the junkyard. But the other tire is exactly like it. It's a matched pair, but the stem is eat up, or the around the stem is eat up on that other tire, and so that tube is leaking a little bit. But the tire's in excellent shape, but I will have to fix the rim if we decide we're going to use these rims. According to the tag, it's a WD45. Now, I'll have to go ahead and run the numbers and check it, but you can usually tell the difference between a WD and a WD45 because the WD45 has a taller head. The head's physically taller than the WD, and of course the WC, which is a smaller, shorter head on top of it. This guy here's got a makeshift 3-point on the back of it, but the cool thing about this is one of the first tractors that came out from the factory with power steering. This guy's got power steering, and it was advertised as a 1954, but I don't know. I have to run the numbers and take a look. I'm not a big Allis guy, so I don't know all that stuff by heart just by looking at the hand clutch or the shape of the shifter lever, things like that. There's guys that know Allis's that can tell you that stuff just by glancing at them. Anyway, I'm kind of anxious to find out some more stuff about it. But this should be approximately a 40 horsepower tractor. I think they're rated at like 39 horsepower on the drawbar and 45 horsepower, if I remember right, on the belt pulley. So it'd be a nice engine if it runs good. Well, there you have it. It looked a little awkward, a little cumbersome, you know, part of the time trying to get that off the trailer. But you got to be careful, you know, in doing this stuff, especially when you do it by yourself. You got to make sure it can't roll, can't get away from you, whatever. That's why I drug it backwards, used the chalk blocks to hold it, and then used the tow bar made out of that 2-inch black iron pipe with the drawbar connections, you know, or dudgeon pin connections on both ends, because that way you can back up, let it come down the hill, and use the brakes of the pulling tractor to hold it back so it doesn't run up. If you had a chain, it would just run right up on you, smash the two tractors together, maybe turn over coming down the ramps or something if it run off of it. But with it on that tow bar, you can actually control it and bring it down as slowly as you want or as quickly as you want. And if you notice, I had to get off all the time to keep adjusting the steering wheel. Well, that's what you got to do when you don't have a kid, you know, around or somebody around to give you a little bit of a hand. But here she is in all her radiant beauty. It says it's a WD45. I've got to find where the numbers are, check it, but I'm having a tendency to believe that it is. It does have a curve shift lever. It's got a power booster. It's got hand clutch. It's got a makeshift homemade 3-point lift on the back. And if I didn't just say it, it's got factory power steering. This is one of the very first farm tractors, this style, that came out with factory power steering. And it's a distributor. It's not a magneto. This is a loader frame. Doesn't do me any good. I'm gonna cut it apart, you know, maybe use the straps for something. But other than that, you know what? This has been a fun day, and this Tractor Man 44, and I'm out of here, guys.